Situated in the beautiful Derbyshire countryside, Bolsover Castle occupies the hilltop site of a medieval fortress. English Heritage have spent £1.3 million and 2 years of research reinterpreting and representing it as it would have been in the 17th century.
Bolsover Castle was the home of William Cavendish, one of the most important and fascinating figures of the 17th century. Poet, playwright, author, great equestrian, father of dressage, and Bolsover Castle is his artistic creation. What we're aiming to do is to allow people to walk in the footsteps of William Cavendish and to experience the castle as his guests would have experienced it. Bolsover Castle is completely unique in the country. It was a highly original building, far removed from what people might have thought of as a military castle. And as a result, visitors in the 17th century were incredibly surprised when they arrived. It was really beyond what they expected.
A major new development really is the Wall Walk, which is in effect a circular terrace. You have dramatic views over the local countryside, but then special views into the garden. So having restored the Wall Walk, visitors now have an experience much closer to what Cavendish would have enjoyed.
One of the highlights of the Wall Walk is being able to really appreciate the centrepiece of the garden, the statue of Venus. I think my favourite part of the castle is the little castle, the amazing little building here you have behind me. And I think that's the answer that William Cavendish would have given you as well. He took enormous trouble over the design and the layout and the interiors of the little castle, and contemporaries saw it as a pearl. Of all the jewels in the Shire, Bolsover was the pendant of the ear.
Inside the little castle, the Star Chamber has been lovingly restored in line with Cavendish's grand ambitions. The original early 17th century wall paintings survive and are complemented by reproduction tapestries and lavish furniture from the period. An exhibition in the Bolsover stables tells the complete story of the little castle and of William Cavendish and his legendary equestrian skills.
William Cavendish was one of the most famous horsemen of the 17th century. He wrote fantastic manuals on horsemanship, a real master of his art. It was a very difficult discipline requiring great balance and precision. This summer, visitors can come and see the horses perform the movements that Cavendish wrote about in his great manuals on how to do this extraordinary form of dressage.
What made the garden special in Cavendish's time was that it was here purely for pleasure. Our research indicated flower beds were really just kept to the edge walls, which provided a large open space of grass around the fountain, which initially seems rather strange. But then when we realised that Johnson's Masque was held here, and this is also a theatrical space, it does make sense.
This summer we really want members to come and help us with a historical experiment at Bolsover. We're putting on a production of Ben Jonson's play Love's Welcome. There are lots of questions we've got about its staging, how the acoustics worked, what was the impact on the audience and on the King and Queen. And a lot of these questions we're going to look at when we put it on here at Bolsover, and it's something that we're really looking forward to doing. English Heritage has done a major project here. We wanted to allow you to walk in the footsteps of William Cavendish, experience the little castle as it would have been experienced by William's guests, and see the impact of those interiors. We've refurnished them so you walk into the little castle and you really understand what it was that William was creating.